Everybody wants to win. Everybody talks about success. But nobody wants to talk about failure. Let me tell you something. If you're not failing, you're not even trying. Because the road to success is built on broken attempts, on mistakes that taught you what strength really is. You see, people think success is about perfection. It's not. It's about persistence. It's about getting up one more time than life knocks you down. Every dream you chase will demand a piece of your comfort. Every goal will test your patience, your faith, your courage. But that's how greatness is born, not from comfort, but from courage. Fail big, dream big, and when you fall, fall forward. At least that way, every mistake moves you closer to your purpose. You can't tiptoe your way to greatness. You've got to take the leap, even when you can't see the net. Because faith is not knowing what the future holds. It's trusting who holds the future. You're gonna fail sometimes. You'll lose friends. You'll lose chances. You'll lose time. But every loss will teach you something that winning never could. It'll teach you humility. It'll teach you focus. It'll teach you gratitude. The reason most people never make it isn't because they can't. It's because they're afraid. Afraid to start. Afraid to fall. Afraid to look foolish. But the ones who win in life? They step out anyway. They risk failure. They embrace rejection. They learn. They grow. Because failure is not the opposite of success. It's the foundation of it. You've got to fail your way forward. That's how you build resilience. That's how you build strength. You've got to be willing to hear no 1,000 times to get to your one yes. So don't run from the struggle. Don't hide from the pain. Don't be afraid to start over. Every failure is a seed, and when you water it with effort, with faith, with patience, it grows into wisdom. You want to succeed, then stop chasing perfection. Start chasing progress. Because perfect people don't grow. Only broken ones do. And when it's all said and done, people won't remember how many times you fell. They'll remember how many times you got back up. So go ahead, fail big, dream bold, walk with faith, and never forget, the same God who let you fall is the one who'll teach you how to rise. Fail big. Don't fear the fall. Failure isn't your enemy. Fear is. Fear of what people will say. Fear of looking foolish. Fear of trying and not making it. But if you let fear lead your life, you'll never know who you could have become. Failure is not the signal to stop. It's the sign you're in motion. You only fail when you're moving, when you're reaching, when you're stretching beyond the comfort zone. That's where growth happens. Most people live their whole life avoiding failure and end up avoiding success too. They play small. They dream safe. They never take the risk that could change everything because they want to protect their pride. But pride doesn't produce purpose. Courage does. Failing big means you dared to dream big. You took the leap of faith. You invested your heart, your time, your energy, knowing there was a chance you'd fall. That kind of courage is what separates dreamers from doers. Every legend failed before they succeeded. Every master once messed up. Every winner once looked like a fool. But the reason they made it isn't because they avoided failure. It's because they learned from it. When you fail, don't sit in your shame. Study your steps. Learn the lesson. Because sometimes, rejection is redirection. Sometimes, failure isn't a closed door. It's a sign that you're meant to walk through another one. You see, failing big is about perspective. You can let failure break you or build you. You can let it define you or develop you. Every fall is feedback. Every setback is a setup. Every defeat is a doorway to destiny. if you choose to keep walking. So don't live afraid of falling. Fall forward. Fall with purpose. Because the only true failure in life is not trying at all. Faith over fear. Walk even when you don't see the road. The truth about faith is this: it never gives you the full picture. It just gives you enough light for the next step. You won't always see how things will work out. You won't always know the how or the when. But faith says, I don't need to know the plan to trust the purpose. You can't wait until it's clear to start walking. Sometimes you've got to move in the dark. You've got to take the step when your hands are shaking, when your heart is racing, when your mind says, what if it doesn't work? That's what real faith looks like. Trusting that even if you fall, you'll fall into grace. The reason so many people never reach greatness is because they want guarantees. They want certainty. But God doesn't give you guarantees, He gives you growth. He builds your character through confusion, your strength through struggle, your wisdom through waiting. Faith isn't about knowing, it's about believing. And when you believe long enough, strong enough, deep enough, doors start opening that logic can't explain. The next time fear whispers in your ear, tell it this: I've failed before and I'm still standing. Faith doesn't mean you won't fall. It means you'll never fall alone. Walk even when it's dark. Speak even when your voice shakes. Try even when the odds are against you. Because when faith becomes your foundation, fear loses its power. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the next step. Because the step you take in faith today is the one that carries you into destiny tomorrow. Failure is preparation, not punishment. Sometimes when life breaks you, it's not because you did something wrong, it's because life is preparing you for what's next. Failure isn't punishment, it's training. Every disappointment, every rejection, every loss, it's shaping your character. It's teaching you humility, resilience, and focus. You prayed for strength, right? So life gave you struggle. You prayed for wisdom, so life gave you mistakes. You prayed for growth, so life gave you pressure. Pressure doesn't destroy purpose, it defines it. You're being molded, not rejected. Sharpened, not forgotten. Preparation never feels good while it's happening. You'll cry. You'll question, you'll wonder if it's worth it. But one day, you'll look back and realize the pain was practice. It was building something in you that comfort never could. When you fail, don't panic, pay attention. Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because failure that teaches you something is not failure, it's foundation. Every great builder knows this. Before you build tall, you must build deep. The deeper the foundation, the higher the rise. So if you're going through failure right now, maybe it's because you're being prepared to rise higher than you ever imagined. Don't curse the process. Respect it. Because what feels like breaking is really becoming. Fall forward. Turn every setback into strength. You will fall. You will stumble. You will fail. But when you do, fall forward. Don't fall back into excuses. Don't fall back into fear. Fall forward into faith. Falling forward means you don't let the past hold you hostage. You don't let mistakes define you. And that's when you'll understand. Falling forward wasn't losing. It was becoming.